Hi, I'm Noah. This summer my wife and I are having twins. Hey, the first baby from our Lamaze class was born. And then there was one. Yeah, it's like a reverse Agatha Christie novel where people keep getting born one by one instead of getting killed off. Oh, and everybody knows who did it. In a rare happenstance, my opening joke actually has something to do with the topic of today's blog. I'm going to talk a little bit more about my Lamaze class, by far the least popular topic in the entire history of this blog. First, a correction. When I was talking about the diversity of my Lamaze class, I said that people in the class came from 5 different continents. Actually, it's only 4. But still, that's a lot. However, there is one way that I have noticed that my class was not especially diverse. It was all heterosexual couples. Yeah, as far as I could tell, every pregnant woman in the class was there with the biological father of her unborn child. I don't know if everyone was married because a lot of the women had to remove their wedding rings, but there definitely weren't any lesbian couples or like, single moms there with their mothers or sisters. And what's up with that? California is a blue state. Aren't we supposed to be undermining the traditional nuclear family? Let's get with the program, people. Oh, what's this, you ask? Well, this is my name tag from class. As you can see, it has my name and my and our due date on it. And why is it a circle like this? Well, this is a circle that is exactly 10 centimeters in diameter, which is exactly how big the cervix dilates to during labor. Yep, this big. We learned a lot of other cool stuff in class, a lot of which had like cool mnemonic devices to help you remember. Like, for example, 411. That's how you know when it's time to go to the hospital. If the contractions are 4 minutes apart, if they last for 1 minute, and this has been going on for 1 hour. Or when your water breaks, you can tell if there's something wrong with it. You have to check for 4 things, and you remember those 4 things by the acronym COAT.
The C in COAT stands for color. You want the color to be clear. O stands for odor. You want it to have no odor. A stands for amount. How much liquid is there? And T, does anyone want to guess what T stands for?
No, it is not taste. That's gross. Who said taste? It's time. You have to know what time the water broke and where that fell sort of in the span of your contractions. I can't believe you thought it was taste. Yeah. By the way, when I was double-checking this online, I discovered that a lot of people don't use COAT for the acronym, they use TACO. That's so much better than COAT. Why would anybody use COAT when you could use TACO? I mean, I know that taco is sort of an anatomical illusion that some people might find a little tacky, but come on. Tacos are awesome. Now I want a taco. On our last day of class, we took a tour of the labor and delivery area at the Woodland Hills Kaiser Permanente facility where we're going to have our baby. So the tour was very nice and very informative and made it seem like a pretty pleasant place to have a baby or two. But I was surprised that the symbol for the labor and delivery area was a stork carrying a baby. Now, first of all, this caused some confusion among our, as previously mentioned, diverse Lamaze class. While people from the United States and South Africa are familiar with the concept of a stork bringing babies, apparently people from France and China are not. And while it is never easy when people who speak a language that is not your first language gang explain something to you, we all did manage to tell our classmate why a large waterfowl was carrying a baby in its mouth on the door of the hospital wing where his child will be born. But our French classmate still seemed a bit baffled. When we asked him what they tell French children about where babies come from, he said they tell them the truth about the whole sex thing. You know, because it's France. But it still bugs me. Why is a stork the symbol for labor and delivery at a 21st century hospital? Are all their logos based on old myths and superstitions? Does their diagnostics lab have a picture of evil spirits on the door? Does the X-ray department have a picture of a kid wearing X-ray specs they ordered out of an ad in a comic book? Is the geriatrics logo a picture of an old person drifting out to sea on an ice floe? Etc. Anyway, like I said, so far 1 stork has visited our class so far. Maybe more. Not everyone from class has joined the email list. But there's definitely a whole flock coming our way. Wait, flock, is that right? Flock? What is the proper term for a group of storks? Okay, let me look this up. A mustering. A group of storks is called a mustering. So yeah, a mustering of storks is mustering. And I bet it's going to be an experience that we'll all really relish. Sorry. Bye.